What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. In this one, we have Douglas Murray on illegal immigration. They've lost control of the streets. Now, before we can dive into this video, if you happen to enjoy it, please don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. And if you'd like to request a video, you can subscribe to Patreon and request. You can drop it here in the comment section or in the description section. There's a link where I take premium as well as free requests. Let's hear. Douglas Murray is here talking about the illegal immigration in the UK. And so let's hear his thoughts on it, because I believe that's what all the riots and everything happening right now in the UK is about. Immigration is about the Southport stabbing, is about, I feel like, a lot of things kind of mixed into each other.
But clearly they've lost control of the streets. Now, is it time to send in the army at some point? Probably yes. But if the army will not be sent in, then the public will have to go in.
I think they just, in the UK, they just put a standing army, or was that not the case? To make sure that no more violent riots are happening, I believe.
And the public will have to sort this out themselves. And it'll be very, very brutal.
It looks
I don't want them to live here. I don't want them here.
Oh, wow.
They came under false pretenses. Many of them came illegally and continue to come illegally. And we don't want them here. And I'm perfectly willing to say that, because it needs to be said. If I hated Australia, hated the Australian people, hated Australian history, hated the Australian way of life, broke into the country illegally and spent my time trying to undermine Australia, why should I be in Australia? Why? What would I
feel like, yeah, when he put it like that, I mean, yeah, like, if you hate the country, you hate the people in the country, you hate everything about the country, so you go there just to undermine it as much as you possibly could, then it's like, yeah, why would you be there? However, I don't think that's the case for all immigration into the UK. I feel like there are a lot of people trying to leave places where they're at fear for their life, where war may be tearing their streets apart, where they're just trying to look for a place that offers opportunity because there is none. And so the place that they're coming from, or the place that they're coming from, is hopeless, are also more reasons I believe that people would immigrate. So I don't think you can put all immigrants into one category. Sure, again, amongst all groups of people, there's going to be a couple of bad apples, going to be a couple of bad seeds who cause chaos, who give the entire group a bad name. But I don't know. With immigration, I don't really have a stance on it, because the way that I believe, I feel like nobody has any control of where you're born. It's just based off luck. You didn't have anything to do with why you were born in a certain place. So there's some people who were born in absolutely terrible circumstances, and there's some people who were born in absolutely amazing circumstances. And so I'm not mad at anybody who wants to leave from a terrible circumstance to go to a different country that offers more opportunity, or just it's better circumstances for them. Because if I was in that situation, I would want to do the same. However, if you are one who does come over with the intention of not wanting to kind of acclimate to the country that you're coming to, not wanting to learn about the culture, not wanting to kind of be a part of any of it, then it's like you've got to learn to adjust to the culture, because that country's not going to adjust to you. So you got to kind of learn to adjust if that's what you want to do. But yeah, I understand immigration, and countries can only sustain a certain number of people, and then when you see crime numbers go up due to immigration, yes, I understand that makes people upset, frustrates people, makes you want to stop immigration. But like I said, I just hate the fact that, like, or I want it to be where people could travel freely and be able to go to different countries and have better opportunities. But I also understand the cons of that situation, open borders and allowing people to come in freely. So it's hard to pick a stance for me. Here we go.
bought the country? What benefit? What moral benefit? What financial benefit? What social benefit? The answer is, you'd have brought no benefit. So why just hope that those people are not in large enough numbers and keep your fingers crossed and put it off for another day? I think we have to start saying very clearly, if you don't like it here, go. And if you don't like it here and you intend to make it worse, we will make you go.
Oh, wow.
We stripped citizenship from ISIS members of ISIS who, even if they had British citizenship, we stripped their passports. We need to start doing the same thing with Hamas. We have Hamas leaders in the UK, Hamas members in the UK. I'm calling on the Foreign Secretary, the Home Secretary, the Director of Public Prosecutions, the Attorney General, Prime Minister and others to start doing this, to start taking the passports away and deporting people who support Hamas in the UK.
Is there the willpower to listen?
I think that as the situation is changing, actually, I think there are things now able to be discussed and suggested, which were not able to be suggested or discussed even a few years ago. My view is that, I mean, for instance, there's a sort of idiot conversation you can have when it comes to these things, which consists of something like the following. I would say, if this is a bit of a typical BBC question for you, you see. I'd say, John Anderson, but how do we balance the issues between a liberal society and then illiberalism on the other hand? We've had 20 years of that. We've had 20 years of these silly games and navel-gazing parlour games. It's too late to keep playing those games. We have thousands, tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people in the UK who have no love at all for the UK, but yet live here. We have a couple of choices, clearly, at this point. One of them is, and I say this metaphorically for the time being, but it's not that metaphorical. One is to stand up, and the other is to beg on your knees. I don't think that the British public should be on their knees begging.
They don't look like they're going to be. From what I've seen and saw a lot of these videos or a lot of these riots, British people definitely aren't on their knees begging. But a lot of these riots are, I feel like, attacking innocent people, hurting innocent communities, innocent stores, and store owners. But, and then you're going after, like, everyone you see of color. And I'm not for sure. This is just what I've heard from other videos. So I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm not in the UK, obviously. Going after people who look like they may be Muslim or who look like they may be an immigrant. And it's scary to think how far it could go. I don't know exactly how to handle an immigration crisis, or if you allow immigration, then there's also going to be some bad apples that come in along with all the good ones. But I do believe if you just absolutely hate a country and you do everything you can to undermine that country, then it's like, why would you come? I do agree with that sentiment. Why would you come? Why would you want to stay there? Now, see how I feel about America. I love America. I think I love my life here. But I do think America can be a lot better than what it is now. I do think we have a lot of issues here that we need to try to focus on solving, that I feel like other countries have solved. So I do think we can be a lot better than we are. But I would never say I just hate it here. Because I feel like the day that I start absolutely hating it, the day that I just can't take it, and I'm complaining about it 24/7 is the day where it is time for me to go. But yeah, I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel so far. We're gonna go ahead and let them finish up.
Particularly not to people who dislike them. So best to be on your feet. The soul of England, the soul of Britain, is about to be trampled on very, very visibly by people who are gleeful in their trampling. and they have defaced and defiled all of our holy places. And I know that the British soul is awakening and stirring with rage at what these people are doing.
It looks like
these people came into our house. Many of them broke into our house illegally. Many of them were never wanted here. And they have come here. They have betrayed all of our attempts at hospitality. They've spat in our faces, and now they want to trample everything we have underfoot. No. No.
Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. How you feel about everything that's going on in the UK. What's your stance on it? I'd love to hear from you guys. But that's all we have. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out the next video. See you guys next time.